Okay. Let's hope Frida doesn't walk straight through the front door at this very moment and try and get this thing done. Hello everybody, I'm Michelle and I'm one of the two mythical unicorns on this channel. Today I'll be doing a review of Illuminae by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. This should be a part 4 or 5 of our little recommending books series, which essentially is just me and Anna making each other read books that we want the other one to try and get through. So Anna recommended I read Illuminae, and I have thought about reading this series previously, but I've just never really picked it up. Anna loves this. She's read all 3, I'm guessing, because it's a trilogy, of course. Essentially, this is a science fiction book, but it's written really interestingly. So there's a lot of like chat logs and like newspaper clippings and all of these, like it's written really differently, and that's quite cool. Now, the problem was, that was my biggest problem with this book, which is an issue. So, to start off, I have a difficult time with character names and things anyways. But because of all of the chat logs and all of the different like names and things, I just couldn't figure out who was who, or who was talking when, or what was happening, or who was communicating, which meant that I couldn't really figure out the characters, and I couldn't really like connect with them in the way that I would have wanted to, which is, it makes me really sad, because I actually figured that this series would probably be a really good way into sci-fi and reading things that is happening in space and in spaceships, but it just, unfortunately, it didn't work for me, which was so sad, because they're easy to read, you get through them quite quickly, and it is cool with the whole chat log thing and how you get the information and how the story is told to you, and I still think that's a really cool concept. It's just that I couldn't, and it's so sad. However, I would still recommend this book to anyone who's trying to sort of get into sci-fi. I still think it's probably a really good gateway, because as I said, it's easy to read and you get through it quite quickly. It's not too technical in a way of like explaining too much stuff like about like the spaceship and stuff, which is good if you're not really used to that kind of thing. So I'd still recommend people who are trying to get into sci-fi to read that trilogy, because I like the concept, I like the idea of it. As I said, unfortunately, it didn't work for me because of the way it's written, but the way it's written is also very cool. So that's sad. So far, Anna liked Good Omens, but I think preferred the TV show. You'll see her reaction to Stephen King in a couple of days, most likely. And let's just say I've gotten about 20 pages into my other 2 recommendations that I've gotten from Anna. So it was an interesting idea. And we'll see how it all goes. So that was it. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up and let us know what you thought about Illuminae and how it's written. or the rest of the series. What do I know? Spoil away, I guess. And until next time, bye.